What happens when the project that you're doing works? When you make an awesome piece of terrain, there's still storage issues, playing issues. These are all things that are normally not talked about, but something that we're going to go over in this new video series I'm starting. Welcome to another episode of D here. Every decision I made on this board was awesome all those years ago. But we play on these things every week since I built it. I'm going to show you some laid back, easy ways to get this sucker's wear taken care of and probably enhanced as well. Let's get to it. We spend an awful lot of time on our terrain. Most people don't like spending that time. I myself, I love it. This is the fighting pit. Made this my first video on YouTube, as a matter of fact. Made 8 video series. There's some links to them up there if you want to check out that first video footage. But getting back to it, we just set up terrain, and everybody here at Old Guard Games, where I store all the terrain, just started showing up, and a lot of it was due to the terrain. I take a lot of pride in it. I store it as well as I can. I have a lot of it. I feel that I've tried just about every method of storing it. But when you have a whole bunch of people playing on it every week for multiple years, they also help try to store it. You know, they all want to be nice, and everybody's being nice. I don't hold anything against, but your terrain naturally takes a little bit of damage. It's just going to be a natural part of it. This is what hobbying's all about. It's one of the reasons I don't like calling my stuff art, because we hobby on it. A couple of things that I found about this tile, as cool as it is very difficult to store. We're going to address that situation a little later on in the video here. You can also see a door. Well, you have to watch the other videos to see that there was a door there. Another thing that a lot of the guys that come down like to say is Dale's terrain's nice because when it does break, you don't actually know it broke, because, you know, it's supposed to look that way. Now, here's some original footage of me putting together that, I like to call it the bandstands. We're going to do some adjustments on there. During that, I actually broke the tile a little worse, but we're going to fix that as well. These are going to be nice, fast fixes. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be very highlighted or anything else because it's terrain. And I'm going to take you through some simple processes that are stress-free and should be able to be done in an afternoon. So this is, I really glued this down really well. At the time, I thought it was a great idea. I still think it's a great idea. But it does have to get cut off so I can store this correctly. There's a little footage from the original build. You can see exactly how ridiculous I was gluing this thing together. But, yeah. Here we go. We got a little, oh boy, gonna cry, snap. Oh, and I broke another part of the tile. But, yeah, that makes sense. But anyways, taking this off allows this to store in that one double tile section there. But it also allows me to do this little trick right here, which is nice because now we can take that piece of terrain, and since it's laying flat on that tile, it also could go in the different part of the board as well. So I've actually made a piece of scatter terrain, although it will be associated with that board a little bit more. You know, none of this stuff has to be changing the tile. There's no reason that I have to be stripping paint. There's no reason for any redo of anything. I'm putting this one back together because it's kind of, a support part for the tile. It also has, there's a little I built that so that you can get through you know, that little space in between there, you can get a model in there. The doors do work. They still work even after I did this. I left it a little bendy simply because that kind of happened while, you know, you put it in the bottom of a tote and another tote goes on, or another tile goes on top of it, so it bent. You know, I like the look. There's several ways to, you know, approach this. I've already put, you know, I mean, the tile looks great. It plays great. We've been playing on it for almost 3 years now. You know, this is a provenly good look. So why change that? But what we can do is we can get it back together here, and then we can maybe do a few things, you know, to add on. And here's the door. Again, I was questioning myself as to whether I actually needed this. One of the reasons it's going on, to be perfectly honest, is because I didn't want to paint that yellow again on the on the box, the crate. So we just put her back on there. Basically, what's going to end up happening is for all of these pieces that I'm adding and fixing here, we're going to do a hand-brushed black primer coat. Then we're going to put a silver on it, and then we're going to enhance it with oil paints. Oh, and we're going to enhance it with some other stuff. So my buddy Ty from I Paint Small Things printed these guys out for me, because one of the things I wanted to add on to this. Now, you have to make sure when you're doing this that you try to not make something that's too standoutable, or something that's going to bust off the new way that you've designed it. I thought guys hanging from the gibbets was kind of... I wanted to kind of put myself out there and push it. I think these guys turned out great. But anyways, there's just basic colors to it. And then I went over it with a brown oil, kind of a heavy oil paint. And then we're going to do a little bit of blending here. Another nice, really great part about oil paints is that you can blend with them. And this part, you know, it goes right on in. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a pigment wash. Now, a lot of my videos in the past have shown me putting down a wet, you know, something wet, usually mineral spirits, and then I put the powder on dry. This is going to be a little different this time. I've been playing with the pigments, and this is just a different way of putting it on. But when this dries, it's going to be fixated down. I've got a little bit of water and a little bit of paint medium. And I've got red and a brown, and I'm playing with it while it's wet. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that brush in water, and then I'm just going to push water around to thin all of this out and then let dry. Gotta add posters. This is a great time to add new posters. Thanks, Carl. Yeah, I get all of my posters from Underhive Art. It's pretty much a free downloadable. But then at this point, we've added a little bit of character. We haven't changed very much because you can still put that on there and the tile's still playable, but it's better storing. Which turns into, you know, something that's kind of important, you know, after 3 years of using it. Yeah, so we're going to watch the end of this here, and then we're going to get a good look at how I did. Okay, so now we're going to get some action shots. There's the tile. Still one of the coolest pieces that I've worked out. Of course, I try to make every piece I work on cool. Doesn't look a lot different than what we started with. Yeah, here's the spin version. I wanted to kind of match what we started with in the beginning of the video. Doesn't look that much different, to be perfectly honest. And that wasn't the point. The point was to do some, the piece worked. The piece worked great. There were some little damage areas on it. And it was a little more difficult to store. Now, this is one of the bigger things that's kind of changed. Now, I don't necessarily know whether this is going to be better or worse. It was an idea I had. It's something else that I wanted to do for this video series. The next one I'm going to be working on is going to be my furnace tile. Look for that soon. Now here's an enhancement. Look at that guy. He's just hanging. He's hanging there. That's crazy. The idea is to just have fun with this. Now here's the other guy. Boy, the rust really worked out on that one really well. I got to do some things on it that I have enhanced over the years of just doing this terrain, and that's really what I'm trying to push forward here. Terrain is an evolving thing. It continues to move. You shouldn't shy away from it. I know a lot of people do because you put a lot of effort into this stuff. Here we go, an action shot. We've got some hivers showed up. Nobody's fighting yet. A little later, we're gonna have, here we go. Here's the fights. Now, is there a scenario that's written up for something like this? There is. There isn't. You can find it and make it up. And that's, it all starts with the terrain. And, I have a lot of different terrain pieces here. I have so much fun building this, and I really wanted to inspire you guys. Don't be afraid, to make adjustments, especially after, this thing's been working for us for 3 years. Almost every week, that piece goes on the board. I want you guys to make sure and, just don't be scared of it. Everything is just a layer on top, so that we can have, what I'm about to show you here, which is, hey, here we are in a real game. And we're gaming on this. And that's the point of this, is to have a good time. Oh my God, look at that guy. Boy, he looks like he's having a good time. We'll see you guys next time. Look for the furnace plates. And as always, please like and subscribe.